So for number 2, 3, and 4, we're gonna do this pretty quickly. But number 2 is wet on wet. So I have about 2 colors kind of pre-mixed. I always like to keep enough paint so that I have something to grab onto and work with. And I wanna make sure that they're 2 separate colors, okay? So I'm gonna take my purple and my blue, and this is called wet on wet. So first is, I want you to lay down your pigment. This is looking very opaque. This is not a true watercolor, but it will be just fine. And then I want you to take some clean water, lay it on top. Try not to use too much water. And then while the purple is still wet, you're gonna go ahead and lay some more color down. So this is wet on wet, and it tends to look like is almost like poppies in a field. And it does tend to get a little bit watery. So if you need to, go ahead and take your Q-tip and absorb any of that extra liquid before it starts getting a little too crazy. Okay. And if you want, maybe add some texture to the next one. I don't know. All right, so while we're letting that dry, we're gonna go ahead in with one color gradient, okay? So go ahead and start, and you're only gonna go halfway down the paper, okay? Halfway down the paper. Go ahead and do the exact same thing to number 4. Clean off your brush. And what you're gonna end up doing is just laying some water on top, okay? And we're gonna see if it does a good job at just blending and transitioning. Now my water is starting to come in here, so not exactly what I was looking for. For this one, we are looking for more like a ombre kind of look, where it's a gradient from dark all the way to light, okay? So we might have to come back in and fix that one, which is not a big deal. And then for your 2 color gradient, you're gonna lay down your second color, and then instead of overlapping, you're gonna go ahead and grab some water and just let the colors mix together, okay? Perfect.